But the only issue is we did something that I did not prepare, so it's even worse. I'm Andi Arsana. You better read it that way. Not I made Andi Arsana. It's awkward. I'm from Gajah Mada, as you mentioned. I'm finishing my PhD now in Pulau in Australia. My talk is about understanding the geospatial dimension of the South China Sea dispute in search of possible solution. It is from Indonesian perspective, even though I have to clarify that this is not a view of Indonesian government whatsoever. I'm the only Indonesian here, not as many as our Malaysian delegates. But I think there are some students here from Indonesia who can help me later on if there's a question about Indonesia. Yeah? Mas Andi. I'll talk a little bit about introduction and the geographic setting of South China Sea, and then go a little bit into the concept of Nusantara. Not like Nusantara that Pak Ramli introduced yesterday, it's a bit different. And then the geospatial dimension in the South China Sea. I'd like to inform you that I have been studying maritime boundaries, so my presentation will not be, I'm not able to go too far from maritime boundaries, so this will be very much influencing my presentation. And I'll end the presentation with concluding remarks. We have heard so much about South China Sea since yesterday. Talking about South China Sea is actually talking about the tale of complexity. Let me visualize what other speakers have actually informed us since yesterday. This is the land areas in the South China Sea, and then we have a small islands which is disputed, Spratly Islands over here. And this is what we call a baseline from where a country starts to join the ocean based on the law of the convention. We have two archipelagic states here, Indonesia and Indonesia and the Philippines. And from that baseline, based on the International Convention on the Law of the Sea, states are entitled to claim 12 nautical miles of territorial sea. And beyond that is exclusive economic zone. Okay, this line occurs control the agreed maritime boundaries between Indonesia and Vietnam, Indonesia and Malaysia. This agreement between China and Vietnam, the first 11 dotted line is published first time in 1947, and then somehow the line was modified into 9 dash line. It's actually, in terms of geographical continuity, it does not really reflect the original 11 dash line. And then recently, early this year, China Phenomex Press published another map with additional line over here, which is quite interesting. This is what the Philippines has in its constitution. Philippines claim Kalayaan Islands Group, and then this is what Malaysia claims through its 1979 map. Brunei and Malaysia has this joint development, and this is what Indonesia claims. So, and Singapore, after the potential come from the newly secured Federal Blanca, the deal, and then joint maritime seismic undertaking. It is a collaboration for a joint survey, but I don't think it moves towards a solution. And then this is what Vietnam designated as concession blocks actually to be given to international companies. And this is where the incident in 2011 or 10 took place. This is unilaterally by China the concession block given again to international companies. So basically, we are talking about this is what Adrian already mentioned briefly about extended continental shelf. So Malaysia and Vietnam submitted this space to belong to their countries into the United Nations Commission on the Limits of the Continental Shelf. So basically, what I'm trying to say is this is a very complicated situation, and my focus will be here, the southwestern part of the South China Sea, because I'm talking about the Indonesian perspective. Now, let me begin with Indonesia first, because I was asked also to talk about a little bit about Nusantara concept. This is what Indonesia looked like. This is the land territory. When Indonesia got its independence in 1945, this is what Indonesia looked like. So Indonesia only claimed 3 nautical miles from each island. So 3 nautical miles from each island. And this is viewed as a not very advantageous for Indonesia, because you will see that high seas are here when beyond 300 of each island. So that's why our Prime Minister at the time, when he see this in June that one, so there will be only 3 nautical miles from each island, and then high seas beyond that. Because Indonesia is not seen as surrounded by one blanket of sovereignty. And then our Prime Minister at the time, Juanda, declared that Indonesia has to be united into one single sovereignty. For the first time, at the time, Juanda declared what we call it as an archipelagic state. So it was in 1957. So the position was then maintained in the first negotiation of the United Nations Conference on the Law of the Sea in 1958. Unfortunately, at the time, most of the parties did not accept that proposal. So it was basically rejected. Until in 1982, then the United Nations Convention on the Law of the Sea recognizes